going just over 2 hours now. Call, famous for, we've just googled it, surfing in Wales. Oh shit me, that's a bad pothole. So Porthcawl seafront, never been here before, probably never likely to come again as I'm not into surfing. Oh shit in hell, what a great day then. What I do need to do is do something with the suspension, because it feels like at times, oh, so crashing. It feels like 26-year-old suspension. So really way ahead of schedule, but we probably need to be, because we think it's going to get busier and busier as this bank holiday Saturday builds more crap traffic. And Aaron's pissing around with the DJI flipping phone because he's got a toy in his hand that he doesn't know what he's doing. So if the video is all over the place, it's my son that's just pissing around with it. Can you not smash my camera on the side of the bloody glass? Welcome to Swansea, second city of Wales. Aaron's already started to piss me off.
Yes.
So, and I've only got another probably 15 hours in the car with him. Oh shit. The one thing we've found out is that the fuel gauge in the MX5 is absolutely all over the place. It's the only fuel gauge that I know that actually goes up. So we were down at a quarter of a tank about 20 miles ago. We're now sat at almost half a tank. Just arrived at Mumbles near Swansea with just about 4 hours into the drive, 200 miles. What a great day for a road trip. Let's hope the weather holds, and let's hope everything goes well. And we've only had 17 arguments so far in the first 4 hours. So we're all good to have a real good falling out before we get to the end of this road trip. You've got flipping 1960s gone wrong on the right, something pretty on the left, and look at the walled fortress, castle of Tenby. With, yeah, looks quite nice. Fortunately, I haven't got time to stop, apart from in traffic.
I thought it'd be a rain.
Yeah, this might be the quickest ever flipping get your roof up in a MX5 NA. If it starts pissing down, I'm going to try to go down to the seafront just arrived at St David's on the far southwest tip of Wales. We're about 20 minutes behind schedule. What's St David's famous for? Well, it's the smallest city in the UK because of that cathedral there. MX5's holding up great. We're now just over 7 hours into the journey. That's really end of the first leg of our trip, and now we start heading north and up the west coast of Wales. Right, so we are about just under half an hour away from Aberystwyth, halfway up the west coast of Wales. We're about half an hour behind where we wanted to be. Mostly to do with two things. One, Aaron doesn't know the difference between left and right, and he can't read, so that doesn't help. And the other reason is because back in Tenby we were trying to find Llanelli, and the only place that Aaron could find was Llanelli, and we spent 15 minutes going round the loop as I kept saying Llanelli, and Aaron kept saying all I can find on the map's Llanelli. What a fucking donut. Just parked up here at Aberystwyth for a quick stop for 2 minutes. Over 9 hours into the journey, legs getting a bit stiff, knowing that we're not even quite halfway yet, which is a bit daunting. Aaron's going to take on the driving from now. Cars being faultless, traffic's not been too bad really. It's more to do with the stops that we've had, the regular sort of 2 5-minute stops that I didn't actually account for. Plus we got lost a couple of times, which was all Aaron's fault. Right, where are we going to next, chauffeur? Llanelli. Where the hell's that? Next stop. RS or lowest Exige? Aaron?
What, me?
Yeah.
I'd have that RS.
It's got to be these Lotus, surely. It's a flipping full-blown sports car. I know it's got a really flipping gay spoiler on the back, but Christ.
That's not an Exige. That's an Elise one.
I don't know.
Pipe on it.
They can't get away from it. MX5 NA with a full 128 brake horsepower 26 years ago. It's what Wales was made for. Roads like this. sunsets on Rhyl on the North Wales coast, the last seaside town that we're going to stop at. From here now we'll start heading south and down the Welsh-English border for 4 to 5 hours and back home to Gloucestershire, Monmouthshire. So it's the morning after the epic 19-hour, 660-mile journey around Wales, and it was an absolute fabulous experience for both of us really, and that will live long in the memories for both of us. And the funny moments that we had, getting lost in the Gower down the lanes, Alan getting confused between his left and rights, the pronunciation of Llanelli was absolutely brilliant. Nearly running out of fuel because of the fuel gauge issue between Machlenlith and from Aberystwyth up to Machlenlith, and then chasing down the Lotus Azesian Focus RS. Fabulous memories that will live for long. And I think doing it in the Mark 1 NA MX5 was absolutely the right thing to do. We could have gone in the SL500, we could have used the Porsche Boxster, we could have even used the Mercedes C350e. But although wonderfully competent cars, I just don't think that they'd given us anything more than this 26-year-old classic. And the MX5 was absolutely brilliant throughout the whole journey, and these can be picked up for such little money nowadays. 1,000 to 2,000 will get you an okay version, and for that outlay we wouldn't have had any more fun in a £10,000–12,000 Boxster S or the SL. So for me, money doesn't buy you that feeling. I was in tears of laughter. Yesterday will live long in the memory for both my son and I, and it's with a big thank you to the MX5 for making that such a special memory. A 26-year-old absolute modern classic, 90 or almost 19 constant hours of use, thousands of gear changes, thousands of braking. It was used hard yesterday and it performed brilliantly, and it's a big thank you. I wouldn't have chose to do that trip in any other car than that. It really is for me a true classic of the modern era. I hope you enjoyed the journey around Wales. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me the thumbs up, please subscribe, and there'll be another video coming up very soon.